Welcome to Plot Twists,
I'm the bad guy!
your place for quick summaries of movies with jaw-dropping twists. Let's dive in. 25 years ago, a war broke out between good and evil, involving two twins. Good was represented by Samaritan, and the other twin was Nemesis. The twins turned enemies possessed great powers that no one else had, which instilled fear in the townspeople. Day by day, the fear grew until the townspeople decided to burn their house at night while they were asleep. The parents were buried alive, but the twins survived. Samaritan chose to defend good, while Nemesis sought revenge for what had happened. He created a powerful weapon, a very strong hammer capable of harming Samaritan. Nemesis knew his brother was helping people and wanted to kill them both. Eventually, an explosion occurred that seemingly killed them both. Fast forward to the present. Sam is watching a journalist talk about the falsification of Samaritan's death, claiming he is still alive and presenting evidence in his book. Sam's mother, Tiffany, asks him for the $5 he has. They live alone, and their financial situation is dire. Before leaving for work, she tells him to take out the trash. Despite the rain, Sam goes outside and draws Samaritan's symbol. At the same time, an old man named Joe, who keeps to himself, is seen rummaging through garbage. Joe works early mornings as a garbage collector, fixing anything he can salvage. When Sam returns home, he finds the landlord has locked their apartment due to unpaid rent. Sam sits outside until Joe returns, and they have a brief conversation. Later, Sam's friend James convinces him to join in stealing copper wires to sell. They sell the wires at a place where people admire Nemesis. A gang led by Cyrus arrives, and they recruit someone for a robbery. Sam volunteers. The plan involves distracting a shopkeeper to steal lottery tickets. Sam pretends to be injured, distracting the shopkeeper while the others steal a box. However, instead of lottery tickets, they end up with chips, and the gang blames Sam. Cyrus confronts Sam, asking his age. When he learns Sam is 13, he shares how he was also the youngest and often blamed for everything. Cyrus tells Sam he admires Nemesis, who fought against the rich and powerful, unlike Samaritan, who only protected the wealthy and ignored the poor. Cyrus gives Sam money for his efforts and invites him to work together in the future. Sam returns home to find his mother arguing with the landlord. He hands her the money to pay the rent, but she questions where he got it. Sam lies, saying he hit his head in a shop and was compensated. Later, the gang prepares deadly bombs with magnetic fields to disrupt signals and cut power. The next day, Sam is chased by some boys but manages to escape. Joe intervenes when they corner Sam, easily overpowering them with inhuman strength. Sam realizes Joe is Samaritan. Sam follows Joe to learn more about him and discovers Joe's burned back, a reminder of the explosion years ago. Meanwhile, the gang retrieves Nemesis's mask and hammer from a vault. The hammer, fueled by Nemesis's hatred for his brother, is the only weapon that can harm Samaritan. Cyrus plans to use it to spread chaos in the city. Sam confronts a journalist, showing him evidence that Joe is Samaritan. The journalist dismisses him, but Sam insists, offering to buy his book if he listens. The journalist shows Sam a photo of the hammer taken years ago at the site where the twins supposedly died. Joe warns Sam to stay away, but Sam sneaks into Joe's apartment, finding it filled with ice cream and a book containing information about Samaritan. Joe confronts Sam, but Sam's mother intervenes, apologizing for her son's actions. Joe forgives Sam, saying he reminds him of himself at a young age, and he said to him, "Samaritan, he's been dead for a long time." So he replied, "I don't think so. But why do you have this book?" He answered, "I'm a fan, just like you." Then he went off to play, but the gang hit him, and his bones were broken, and he fell to the ground. Luckily, he was still alive, and he started to heal his broken bones in a strange and powerful way. Sam kept saying to him, "I knew it. I was sure you were Samaritan." Meanwhile, Joe was saying, "I need water," and his body was emitting smoke in a strange way. After that, he ate ice cream to cool his body down, because when he gets hurt, his body begins to burn from the inside, heating up intensely. If he doesn't cool down, he will die. Then Sam said, "By the way, you saved my father." "I'm serious. He was stealing a car until you caught him. You didn't turn him into the police, but helped him get back on the right path." He mocked him, saying, "Does your father write stories?" Sam replied, "No, he's dead." Meanwhile, the gang was preparing their plan. They planted a bomb in the street, but it ended up in the sewers, exploded in the street, and disrupted everything in the area. He tells them, "I will support the weak again in this country. This is our time to take power back to the people and restore their rights. This is the beginning of the revolution." They wore masks saying Nemesis, and he told them to destroy everything. Joe was dreaming of the battle he had with his brother. Then he woke up. The news kept talking about Nemesis returning and the destruction he was causing in the city. Sambo quickly went out to find him, but Nemesis disappeared and reappeared behind him. "Come on," Sambo asked him. "What are you doing with your life?" He replied, "I keep to myself, isolate myself, and live my life alone, away from everyone." Sam told him, "That's not okay. You're saving people, so you're not really isolating yourself." Nemesis went to an old shop to sell a camera, but bumped into someone who looked ready to fight. Joe intervened, apologized, and Sam got upset, telling Joe, "You disappointed me." Joe got angry, broke the door handle, and went inside. The shop owner told him, "This is brass," but Joe replied, "Your door is old." Later, as they were walking back, Sam asked Joe how many villains he had killed. Joe said, 100. When Sam asked about his strength, Joe admitted, "It's not like it used to be." Sam asked, "How high could you jump before?" Joe answered, "I used to jump the height of 10 cars, but now only 9. Sam then asked, "Have you ever jumped off a building?" Joe replied, "No, but I've fallen off many." Joe started opening up, and Sam spoke sadly, asking, "Have you ever been scared? Whenever I feel fear, I run away." Joe responded, "That's the right thing to do. Street fighting is for fools. Why fight someone unrelated to your life who could end it?" Joe then told Sam, "Show me your watch. I'll try to fix it." Meanwhile, chaos and destruction were spreading in the city. Joe got angry. Later, Sam met him and asked to be taught how to fight, saying, "I want to be like you." Joe agreed, telling him to meet after work. When they met, Joe told Sam to show him what he had learned. Joe's father had taught him some moves. Sam asked, "What should I do if someone insults me?" Joe replied, "Catch them off guard, punch them, and run." Sam tried but failed because Joe's body was strong. Joe laughed, saying, "You idiot, you're hitting someone built like a tank." Sam then asked, "Why does someone like you a cleaner?" Joe explained, "It's therapeutic for me. I fix things from scrap, and fixing requires relaxation and focus." Sam asked, "What happened between you and your brother?" Joe got angry and said, "You ask too much. No one knows what happened, but Nemesis died that day." Sam replied, "He wanted to destroy the station and ruin the city." Joe responded, "No one knows the truth. Go home." As Joe left, Cyrus approached him, asking him to work with him. He took Joe to their headquarters. Cyrus asked Joe about his family, and Joe said, "Only my mother." Cyrus's companion, Seal, said she was alone until Cyrus found her, and since then, he became her family. She warned Joe, "If you betray my family, I'll take everything from you." Cyrus told Joe, "When the police come, whistle." But Joe didn't know how to whistle. Cyrus gestured and blew air to show him how, but Joe still couldn't whistle. When the police arrived, Joe tried to signal, but it was a trap. Cyrus told Joe, "You need to learn how to whistle," and left. When the gang brought a captured policeman, Cyrus confronted him, saying, "I paid you to look the other way. Why betray us?" The policeman replied, "The station powers the city. I can't just watch you destroy it." Cyrus threatened the policeman, but he eventually let him go. The gang then tried to kill the policeman, but Sam was shocked by what happened and ran away. He found his friend being beaten up by the gang and intervened to defend him, punching and pushing the gang members away so his friend could escape. The gang caught Sam, pinned him to the ground, and tried to break his arm. The city was in chaos with explosions everywhere. The gang took their weapons and returned to their base. Meanwhile, Joe was still alive, and the young men who saw him ran away. Joe was taken to the hospital, and his mother scolded him, asking why he couldn't protect himself. The gang planned another attack on the station. A young man who saw Joe alive told Cyrus, who was shocked, saying, "I hit him with a car." Cyrus decided to confirm it himself and follow Joe, who walked past a little girl and reached the end of the street. The gang confronted Joe, telling him their boss wanted to see him. Joe fought them one by one, even as they fired bullets at him. He overpowered them, even throwing one into a car. The little girl witnessed everything and followed Joe, asking, "How did you do that?" Joe replied, "You didn't see anything." She insisted, "I saw everything." Sam told Cyrus, "He'll come for me and save me from you." "Exactly. I want him to come so I can kill him in front of you." When Joe returned, he saw Sam's watch and decided to go back to save him. He learned that Cyrus had kidnapped Sam and taken a truck filled with fuel to their base. The gang was preparing to blow up the station, but Joe arrived with the truck. They fired at him, but he entered their headquarters and started shooting back, taking them down one by one. The entire gang surrounded Joe, and Cyrus confronted him, saying, "Where are you taking Sam?" Joe replied, "Let him go, and the fight will be between you and me." Cyrus refused, saying, "I want him to watch his favorite hero die." Joe remembered the hammer being forged and tried to get up. Cyrus kept hitting him, and Joe recalled what happened with his brother. Joe grabbed the hammer and said, "Don't call me a good man. I'm not the good man." Joe revealed that he was Nemesis, not Samaritan. The explosives in the truck detonated, and Nemesis stood tall, shooting at the gang. Cyrus took Sam and tried to escape, but Nemesis pursued them. Cyrus admitted he knew who Joe was, but Joe denied it. Nemesis overpowered the gang, planting a bomb on one member, and it exploded. Meanwhile, Sam's mother searched for him. He was trapped in a burning building. Joe arrived, leaving the hammer behind to rescue Sam. Cyrus took the hammer but was ultimately defeated. And Sam, he tells him to be careful, and he's fighting with him. The hammer was stronger than Joe. The place is collapsing, and Joe's body is heating up intensely, but he gets up twice and keeps resisting. He tells him, "Go ahead with the full plan you couldn't execute. I'm going to blow up the station." So he replied, "That wasn't the plan. That was a trap." He tries to get up again and continues fighting. He was about to fall but held on at the last moment until Sam broke the metal and went to strike him. When he grabbed him, Joe struck him back, choking him until the hammer turned on him. He lifted him afterward and threw him into the heart of the fire. He remembered the moment his brother Samaritan got mixed up and threw the conflicts behind him to end the legend of Nemesis. He started over and needed water, so Sam quickly went to turn on the water for him, but it wasn't enough. He began to smoke, and then Sam thought he had died. He told him to get up, and he came back again, saying to him, "The strike was beautiful." The whole place was collapsing until he told him, "Don't worry, let's go." He grabbed him and jumped from one building to another, and they both were still alive. Sam kept asking him, "Was that real? Are you Nemesis?" He replied, "Yes." Sam said to him, "You can change. You can fix yourself again." He replied, "Good and evil exist within everyone's heart. It's all about choosing the right thing, nothing more." After that, he escaped before the police arrived. When Sam came down to the street, he kept telling them, "That was him, Samaritan, the one who saved my life. He went into the heart of the fire and carved his way to save me from death, and he witnessed everything that was happening." Then Nemesis walked away. See you in the next video. If you liked the video, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification button so you never miss an updates. See you